I do really like Caleb's myth, though, his limited myth, because I am a huge Nier Automata fan, and the music and the look of it and everything like that was all just very Nier Automata. So myths are always fun for the whole family. We love to be sad together. A family who's sad together sticks together. It's very Nier. Yes. So I really like it. It's sticking out of the water. It was hilarious, actually. All right. If we're ready for Caleb's limited myth, Decoherence, put some robots in the chat. The song from his second myth is Chef's Kiss. Yes, it was. Yes, I listened to Rebirth in Destruction a lot. It's one of my favorites. Some balls. No. There we go. Some tools. Some wrenches. Robots. Bombs. My favorite thing that I've told Imarashi was that Caleb exploded. Sent him a picture from this myth. And then I go, yeah, that's just one of the times. And he goes, one of the times? I was like, yeah, he's blown up twice at least. He goes, twice? Yes. Twice. Hi, Cece. Look at all those robots. I've gotta fix them up. I can fix him. Listen, I can fix him. All right. Caleb's Decoherence. I seriously don't even remember. I can recycle him. All right, same as before, or same as always. If you can't hear me, can't hear the game, can't hear what they're saying, whatever, let me know. All right, my hair is up. Everybody got water. I don't remember this one being super ultra sad, but I might be wrong. Just gonna be on friend zoning. To be fair, MC doesn't remember anything, so. Also, this song just makes me sad now. I was listening to it earlier, and I can't unsee just the whole Zayn thing now when listening to this, so it just makes me sad. So let's get started. Immortality once brought lasting prosperity to Phylos, and yet, even it couldn't preserve the stagnation born from unchecked desires. When time ceased to be a limitation, the Phylos' civilization was unable to escape its inevitable decay. With the exception of the capital and its surrounding regions, which still clung to their luxurious lifestyles, most of the land had fallen into ruin. Remnants of advanced technology lay scattered across the planet, but a majority no longer worked, or they were simply forgotten. Phylosians longed for their former glory, but they had to accept the bitter reality of societal and technological decline. The ruling elite in the central district maintained their authority via strict surveillance, but beyond the illusion of grandeur lay something far worse. The more you traveled across the planet, the more you saw an empire in decline and the signs of an unavoidable demise. Strife raged tirelessly across the land, and the regiment could only cling to life by relying on devastating weapons. Among the rebellion leaders, a piece of intel circulated between them. The secret weapon that had crushed countless uprisings was a modified combat android designed as A01. From the Fallen Philosian Civilization, Preface.
We have lost control of X-02, requesting emergency response protocols to be activated immediately.
There you are.
It's baby Caleb.
Can you hear me? I'll wake you up. We're going to get out of here.
Sometimes I wish they made, like, the younger child of themselves a model. So we're full robots? We're androids. Which is, I think, a good way of putting it somewhere between human and not human. Okay. Real-time data on my vital signs flickered across the transparent glass of an experimental pod. A boy who's approximately my age and wearing a powered exoskeleton just like me touches my cheek against the barrier.
We finally meet, A01.
Oh, look, he's a little tiny baby, though. That's so cute. It'd be cute to say actual baby characters. I think it would, too.
I'm X02.
Hi, Caleb. That's so cute. You're so precious, Caleb.
There's been a security breach, and the laboratory's control system was hacked. We can only run away while they're trying to fix it.
The stranger opens the experimental pod and extends his hand towards me.
Let's run away, A01.
I am A01, a secret weapon created by the government. My body was modified and encased in a powered exoskeleton. My consciousness can be controlled as needed. People fear me, avoid me, and alter my configurations. So, why would someone reach out to me? Without thinking, I take my hand, pull out the tubes connected to my body, and step out of the experimental pod. The boy leads me through labyrinthian corridors, and we dodge patrol robots at every turn. We break through several disabled barriers. I leave the lab fully conscious for the first time. Othan Laboratory is entirely underground. Hang on. We don't know when this was created, correct? Like, we don't know when this myth exists. Like, I mean, it could be in the future, obviously. But it's kind of interesting that they placed Othan Laboratory underground. Because we know what other laboratory was underground also. The boy leads me through a hidden passageway and remains silent. Maybe it's to avoid being detected. Only the sound of our footsteps fills the dark, empty tunnel. I assumed this was futuristic, but I don't really know much about this one. That's fair. I assume we'll get more information whenever his third myth decides to come out, but... At the end of the passageway lies a vast expanse of wild grass. One of the chapters kind of gives years of the events. Okay. The sky floats between night and day. In the gloomy darkness, the wasteland stretches endlessly before us. There's no telling how long it will take to traverse.
I'm sorry. I didn't expect the tunnel to lead us here.
No, sweet baby. Don't be sad. You did so good. The temperature outside is significantly warmer than the labs. My body registers the heat.
Is it too hot for you? It's currently summer. The laboratory always felt the same, but it's different outside.
Could it be concurrent timelines? Yeah. That's another thing that I think could be definitely a possibility for Caleb's at least.
The sweltering heat, the sweat, and the thriving trees. This is the summer I know.
The long grass grazes my calves as the warm night breeze sweeps across the field. The vivid sensation is foreign to me. We keep moving. Despite knowing we could be caught at any moment, I feel strangely at ease.
Everything outside the laboratory is new. I'll take you to any place you want to visit. I guess you've only ever been sent to battlefields. You must hate areas like that.
Oh, look at how thoughtful he is. Walking beside me, the boy seems lost in thought.
I've been sent to one of those battlefields too. It was a desert, and the war lasted a month. Some soldiers would search for fresh fruit during their breaks. There's this fruit that comes from a tree called Silver Glow, and it glows with a silvery white light. Even its seed shines.
His fingers, encased in his own powered exoskeleton, gently rest on my palm while he speaks. The cold, black metal traces my palm and leaves behind a seed that emanates a soft, silvery, white glow.
I kept one as a keepsake.
I pick up the tiny seed and observe its soft light flickering through its patterns. Taste? This is making children fight in their list of sins. Surprised, he lowers his head to look at me.
Do you want to know how it tastes?
I nod, and the corner of his lips immediately curl into a smile.
If you want to try it, we'll find those Silver Glow fruits. Now you have a place you want to visit.
I pause and turn to look at him, but his holographic visor hides his expression. Why do you want me to have a place I want to visit?
Because then I'll have somewhere I want to go too.
Caleb, you're so cute. But also, sir, you need to have your own ambitions. I don't understand.
It's because I'm your friend.
His voice is clear and certain.
My job is to take you to the places you want to visit.
He does need to have some autonomy. We'll work on that. We'll work on that in the current timeline. As if reflecting the brightness in his voice, a golden ray of sunlight ignites the pale-colored horizon. A tender golden-red glow spreads from the edge of the sky. It becomes more vibrant with each passing moment. Sunlight pierces the morning mist and eliminates the dewdrops on the grass. A dawn unlike what I've seen before arrives. I can't help but stop and look up at the sky. Summer. Daybreak.
Is this the first time you've seen it?
I don't remember. They erased my memories once I returned to the lab. My gaze returns to his face.
Once we're out of this wasteland, it'll be more difficult for them to find us. And the system can only erase memories it knows about. What we see now is ours alone. A secret between us.
After thinking for a moment, I point at him. Calming. Encouraging. Right. Caleb. Secret. He seems to immediately understand what I'm saying.
Is that a code? It sounds like a name.
X02. Caleb. This is so cute. He leans down and gently pats my head with his armored hand.
Can I use it as my name?
Caleb. His voice is lively and gentle.
Of course. I won't let you forget. From now on, we can experience this together every year. And Caleb will be someone you see every day.
He extends his pinky finger towards me. Perplexed, I look at him.
Hold out your finger, like this.
I hesitate for a moment. Then I raise my right hand and extend my pinky. I love saying baby MC. Our armored pinky fingers hook together.
Now we've made a promise. We'll stay together every day and never be apart.
Test subjects have been located.
Well,
Activating capture protocols. Use any means
so
necessary.
much for that. Our promise barely began before it was broken in the cruelest way possible. I can hardly recall how I was captured. My mind is blurred, a blur of laser fire and soldiers collapsing under my floating blades. The place where I had first tasted freedom turned into that familiar battlefield in an instant. The boy protects me from the lethal laser blast. He falls in front of me.
Get out of here! Run!
I stab my floating blade into the soldiers and ignore the wounds I continue to get. My vision blurs. Through the haze, I see his body dragged away by robots. Caleb. A dull thud resounds as the laser pierces my powered exoskeleton. I fall onto the blood-soaked grass, and the sky turns into blinding blood red. Amid the sea of blood, a faint silver light flickers before my eyes. The silver glow fruit. I don't know when the glimmering seed fell, but it now rests beside my right hand. With the last of my strength, I struggle to wrap my fingers around it. This is the last image I remember before losing consciousness.
2 test subjects have been apprehended, commencing full examination followed by solitary confinement.
Commencing comprehensive examination of the test subject.
That loathsome, familiar voice invades my ears, but my mind remains foggy.
A01, energy signature, Destructio.
Okay. And can we just assume that everything that has like an EO at the end is probably an Aether Core? Like, is that a safe assumption to make?
Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 91%. Comprehensive modification and repairs required. Initiating the memory extraction protocol is recommended. X02. Energy signature.
Oh, well, I guess...
Construo.
Anything with an O, maybe?
Preliminary assessment complete. Bodily impairment at 78%. Prioritizing the extraction of its energy for A01's repairs is recommended.
Makes sense. So then, if we're going off of that, okay. Oh, and I think we've discussed this before, that we assume that maybe each of the guys are giving her like a part of something, or also Zane's first and third myths. Okay. That's good to know. We know if we can put it into, oh yeah, because the Creatio, but we can assume that the Creatio protocore. No, wait, that is. Hang on. What am I trying to suss out here? In relation to their evil, Caleb with his gravity can hold things together while we destroy. Right. But does that mean that Caleb... Because I'm assuming that the Destructio or whatever that they just said that for A01 is the Aether Core that she currently has now. But what does that mean with Caleb? I don't know. Well, like, I think I'm just still stuck at like all of the boys giving her an Aether Core of some sort, because we know that Silas gave her one, Silas has one, and then Zane has one, but we don't know if Caleb or the other one. So she can absorb his power. Right. But he doesn't have an Aether Core of any sort.
Activating memory extraction protocol for A01. Keywords are as follows. X02. Friend.
Right. Is the inverse. Right. My theory, and if that's true, then maybe the Destructio protocore will come back later in Caleb's memory main line. I feel like we're still missing a lot just with Caleb's. Well, I know because Caleb just came out, we don't have a lot still for his main line. And we're missing a lot from his third myth that could possibly give us more. And then we're missing stuff from Silas's third myth, which obviously will be coming up soon. My subconscious is plunged into chaos as a boy's face keeps appearing in my mind. The scent of wild grass in summer and how plants touched my skin. The silver fruit seed, the sunrise. Our hooked pinkies, the promise we made. A daybreak unlike any other. One that will never fade from my memories. X02. Caleb.
Memory extraction complete. We will now proceed to modify and repair A01.
My heart hurts for Caleb, like, in particular, I think, because it sucks that he's had to watch her, like, forget about him. Like, all of the guys have been experiencing that, but Caleb's been experiencing it since he was a kid. Like, how freaking sad would that be? Being opposite. That's what I'm getting. Oh, yeah. I use that one day to remember someone who didn't have a name. My memories were once again consumed by the lab and battlefields. My body undergoes more modifications. Stricter control mechanisms are imposed on my body and mind. Experience it in real time, not just... Yes, exactly. Yeah. It's like if you think about it, the guys had time, like Silas, Zane, Xavier, Raphael, they all had like time in between to sort of like grieve about it, and Caleb had to re-experience that grieving like over and over again. I hope Caleb doesn't retain most of the other life memories, otherwise it would be... No, I don't think he retains any of the life, like other previous lives. At least it doesn't seem like he retains any of the previous lives. He just retains this one, but in this timeline, he's had to re-experience it like over and over again. Silas has only experienced the pain once. Technically, Silas only once. Yeah, I guess. Well, from what we know. Yeah, I just feel bad. Honestly, same. I feel like Caleb doesn't remember either when he's reset. Like MC. Yeah. Oh, so you think that he, like, when he, like, at the end of this, when he explodes, it's the same as MC, where he just basically resets. But in the current timeline, he hasn't been reset 2 times. The arena. Oh, yeah. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then, I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. I'm sent out to fight. I kill, get wounded, black out, and wake up fully repaired. Then I'm sent out to fight. I kill. I never get another chance to escape from the lab. But deep within my consciousness, I repeat that one name over and over again. Caleb. But he might also have vague memories of his past life. Have the same thing going on. My understanding only appeared in front of memories. Okay, so I think, yeah, having fragments. Future, yeah. All right, chapter 2. Oh, so experiment ID AX42B, Philos calendar year, blank. Records by Othin 17798. Objectives. Determine the nature of interrelation of A01 and X02's power. Observe their behaviors and respond under responses under various experiments and stimuli. Assess the planetary impact of their powers. So Othin already knows that they're something is. I mean, they've probably been experimenting on them for a while, anyways. So, wonder if Caleb saw the horrible experiments they did on MC. If so, I hope he didn't. He did forget. I think it's pretty well. That Caleb has seen them do horrific things to MC. He's very aware of what they're doing to her. As usual, I'm confined to the experimental pod. My mind is hazy, but I can still see and hear. I just returned from the battlefield. Fragments of violent images still flash between my thoughts. I try to find my one solace amid my chaotic memories. Whenever I think of the name Caleb, I get a moment's respite in this endless loop. However, the memories tied to that name are shrouded in fog. The silence in the laboratory is shattered. Violent tremors bring to the seemingly sturdy walls crashing down. The transparent walls of my chamber break. In the dust, countless fragments reflect a single figure. Hello, handsome. A tall figure wearing a powered exoskeleton approaches. A mix of familiarity and strangeness grip me upon seeing the black armor. He reaches out and touches my cheek against the transparent barrier of the experimental pod.
Do you recognize me, A01? I'll wake you up.
I feel his fingers touch the crystal switch at my throat. He taps a few times on the holographic panel that appears. It's as if a fog is lifted. My senses return to my body. My lips tremble as I look at the man before me. I search through my memories, but only one name surfaces. Caleb?
That's me. The rebels have attacked the Central District. They're looking for you, A01.
But I've been in this the whole time. Why are they looking for me? Oh, they're not from us. they're not the ones experimenting on me.
The lab's systems have been destroyed. We can use this chance to escape.
We? Hello. I don't know who you are. I only know your name.
I'm Caleb, your friend.
Friend?
All you need to know is that this isn't our first time escaping.
There's a strange familiarity in his voice, which stirs my fragmented memories. I remember escaping with Caleb before. He is taken aback. Then he extends his hand towards me.
I promise this will be our last escape.
Okay.
The test subject has escaped, requesting interception immediately.
Soul won't take out. I think when she grew up, so did he. Oh. That would be interesting. I don't know Deepspace. Josephine got him out during this weekend because he was already with her when she found MC. The laboratory collapses under heavy bombardment, but the robots continue their relentless pursuit. We end up fighting our way out. Caleb leads me to the hidden underground warehouse where, to my surprise, an aircraft awaits. He skillfully pilots it and takes us into the clouds despite the intensifying gunfire. Wasn't Josephine part of Ever, though? Oh, but she must have found them. I guess that's a part that I'm kind of missing. That I don't remember reading. The aircraft slices through the sky, and the massive laboratory is already out of sight. Does this mean we escaped?
Not yet.
Warning. Multiple aircraft detected. Estimated hostile forces exceed 200 units. Immediate action required.
Doing experiments on MC. Okay, that's what I thought.
It looks like the government is more interested in capturing you than fighting the rebels.
They want me as a weapon.
They won't last long without you. But the rebels won't let you go either.
Are you scared?
This is our last escape. We either succeed or die. Being captured isn't an option.
Outside the windshields are swarms of aircrafts piercing the thick clouds. I stand and walk towards the cabin door. They'll try to shoot us down. Protect the aircraft.
You're the one I need to protect.
Okay. Before I can react, he's already beside me.
This is our escape. I won't let you fight alone.
Caleb opens the cabin door. A dark, gloomy force spreads from his palm and suspends our aircraft in midair. You're evil.
I'll help you.
I nod and leap out of the cabin. Held aloft by an invisible force, I summon my floating blades. The giant black swords swiftly strike the approaching aircraft, one after another. Thick smoke engulfs our vision as enemy aircrafts burn and explode. They're like a firework display celebrating our escape. Endless lasers weave a net of destruction, and it's impossible to avoid. Both Caleb and I are struck. I'm used to pain, and we have no other choice this time. The last of the aircraft is sliced in half, and it plummets to the ground. I look down at the burning wreckage far below. An exhaustion I've never felt before hits me. The injury-induced dizziness returns. I fall backwards, yet I don't plummet from the sky. A pair of hands catches me from behind, and my body relaxes. I can trust the person holding me.
Emergency protocol has been deactivated. Switching to autopilot mode.
My mind is still a blur. I groggily open my eyes to see him.
We're leaving the Central District. They shouldn't be able to catch up to us for now.
Resting on the floor of the cockpit, I watch as he kneels before me and examines my injuries.
Your mechanical body is severely damaged. I'll do my best to repair it.
He gently lifts my hand and turns my palm upward. His other hand aligns perfectly with mine.
I suspect this is your first time being repaired while conscious. You might feel some strange sensations, but that's normal.
Well, it takes a special kind of evil to experience. Well, yeah. Hey, that's alright. What I remember. Order of events. Gaia Explodey. MC runs. Lumiere saves her. MC lives. She ends up at an orphanage with Caleb. And then they're adopted together. Caleb said MC at orphanage for a while. Either days or weeks before Josephine adopts both of them. Gotcha. Okay. Our connected mechanical parts seamlessly shift and form a transfer port that locks our palms together. I'm not sure if I imagined it or not, but I feel the cold energy tingle with pain tinged with pain flow into me. I try to pull back my hand, but Caleb gently squeezes it, our fingers intertwined.
Just a few more seconds.
A sharp pain crashes into me, and I feel as if every wound is set aflame. My body burns, and my mind teeters on the edge of chaos. It hurts, Caleb, it hurts so much. Oh, that's so sad. But I'm here for this trope also. He stiffens for a moment, then he carefully moves his other arm to pat my trembling back.
It'll be okay. I was always the one to repair you when you returned from battle.
I instinctively hug him with my free arm. I rest my head on his shoulder as if this gesture could somehow ease the pain. Don't leave me.
I won't. I will never leave you again.
The burning pain inside me gradually subsides. The energy flowing through me changes from freezing cold to warm. It's like I'm returning to a place that feels like home. I slowly close my eyes and feel an unprecedented sense of peace in my heart. Deep down, I believe that when I open my eyes again, I won't be alone anymore. Auto repair ritual. It's the ritual TM. Caleb gently places the girl into the co-pilot's seat as a desolate landscape appears outside the porthole. Even though the aircraft has left the Central District, he doesn't feel relieved. His energy is fading. He could repair her damaged body before, but now he can't even restore her to a stable state despite using all of his strength. Their powers are bound to the same source, so as one grows stronger, the other becomes weaker. His decline can only mean one thing. The Destructio energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf the planet. Destructo energy is getting stronger, coinciding with the escalating strife that continues to engulf the planet. That's kind of an interesting topic, or an interesting statement to make. And when this energy grows unchecked, the first thing it destroys is the vessel containing it. Welcome, Wolfie. We're glad to have you. Okay. Gonna think about that. I wasn't the only one who was like, that was kind of, it's kind of an interesting correlation with, like, how she's also, a correlation with Phylos for Xavier also. Like, not in the same aspect, but it's kind of interesting that her life force is basically a key to how the life works on the planet. Thing is fitting together all the phyllosaurs. What a headache. There are so many phyloses. Experiment ID A01UW175. Calendar date, we don't know. Othin 17799. Objectives. Use visual and auditory stimuli to make A01 intermittently aware of X02's existence and observe her reactions. Oh, so they kept her conscious with his name. Analyze A01's emotional state and energy fluctuations to assess the fundamental attraction between the two. Evaluate the stability of A01's autonomous consciousness and behavioral patterns after becoming aware of X02. They redacted the time. They said no help for you in the timeline. I don't know how long I've been asleep. Oh, I don't know how long I've slept. When I open my eyes, I find myself in a small, rocky cave. A small campfire burns at the cave's entrance. A familiar figure is looking into the dancing flames. I slowly step outside to see a vast desert. Caleb hears me and quickly turns around. Hi. This outfit looks so good on him, though. I love the Weapon X02 outfit. Beans. It's not fair. Also, everyone's in strength. I'm trying the idol. Oh, good luck. His holographic visor is gone. I can't help but stare at him.
What's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
I've never seen your eyes before.
Did they look weird?
No, they could never look weird. I walk up to him, cup his face, and look into his eyes. I don't blink. Your eyes. They remind me of a scene.
What kind?
An image surfaces in my mind. A sky floats between night and day from many years ago. The summer sky, just before sunrise.
That's something we saw 10 years ago. How much do you remember?
I shake my head. Only bits and pieces. And your name. He falls silent. Then he pats the spot next to him.
Are you hungry? Let's eat something.
He gives me a fruit. Its red spines were burnt off. It's not a nutrient nugget? His expression becomes one of utter disgust.
We're no longer in the lab, so we're never eating those things again.
Oh, thank God. They probably taste like Archon loaf or something.
These are red thorn grass fruits. They're rich in protein and nutrients.
This doesn't sound any better. Nutrient nuggets. I love condensed nutrients into like a cardboard brick. Oh my goodness, thank you, Imrashi. I take the warm fruit and bite into it. Slightly charred and crispy. It's salty. Thank you for the gift memberships. He closely watches my reaction.
Do you like it?
It's not bad.
Here, try this.
That's like a common Mira comment. Well, how did you like it? I didn't hate it. He speaks more in a cheerful tone as he gives me a berry with blue and white stripes.
It's a blue stripe berry, perfect for quenching your thirst.
I pop it in my mouth. Cool, sweet juices encase my tongue. For a long time, my taste buds only knew the artificial flavor of nutrient nuggets. But thanks to the single berry, the world beyond the lab has revealed itself to me. It's sweet. So this is what sweetness tastes like.
You like it, right? I'll remember that for later.
Caleb, you're so cute though. You seem to be knowledgeable about these fruits.
I was deployed in a desert once. The environment and vegetation were a lot like this.
It would have been cuter if it was an apple. I'll take a nutrient nugget. No, it's probably like Archon loaf. A sense of familiarity washes over me. I reach into my pocket and pull out a silver fruit seed I've kept hidden. What about this? Do you recognize it? Surprise flashes across Caleb's face, and his eyes light up like they've caught the first fire's glow.
You kept it this whole time. It's a seed from the silver glow fruit. The fruit itself looks like this.
Before I know it, a fruit emitting a soft silvery white glow appears in his palm.
Do you want to know what it tastes like?
I nod and bite into the fruit. Sweet and sour flavors blend on my tongue. There's also a hint of bitterness. The taste is hard to describe in one word, but I don't hate it. MC is me.
At long last, I brought you to a place where silver glow fruit grows.
Seeing my confusion, he responds with a relieved smile. Did we make a promise before?
Yes. This was part of it.
Do promises made years ago still need to be kept?
They must.
His voice is gentle yet firm, and the moonlight watching over the wasteland casts a soft glow on his face. An emotion wells up inside of me. I want to remember the promise we once made. After we finish the fresh fruit, Caleb puts out the fire and moves to spare After we finish the fresh fruit, Caleb puts out the fire and moves the spare sleeping pod, try saying that 10 times fast, from the aircraft to the cave. The inflatable sleep pod quickly takes shape, and he starts to set up another one. I don't need it.
This sleep pod will help your body and mind rest properly.
It's too cramped. I don't like it. I sit down and lean back against the rock wall near the cave's entrance.
Are you going to sleep like that all night?
Yes.
If you don't like the sleep pod, use it as a mattress inside the cave at least. Then you can stretch out.
The cave isn't any better. Caleb looks at the dark, cramped cave and seemingly comes to a realization. He moves closer to the entrance and sits down next to me. He positions himself as if he were my shield.
Right. You know, I also don't like being alone.
It's very windy near the entrance.
That's why this spot is mine.
I turn my head and our gazes meet.
In the lab, we were actually separated by one wall. And it was a mirror in my room. I didn't realize it was one way until it got destroyed. You were in the room next to mine and could always see me, right?
I nod as I recall the transparent wall. It was like a stage built for an audience of one. Me. The sole actor on that stage was a prisoner. The boy in the other room. Confined to the experimental pod and unable to make a sound, I was forced to watch his loneliness and pain play out. It felt like an experiment.
Were you able to hear me?
All kinds of plants can grow in the desert. There are blue-striped berries, red thorn grass, and silver glow fruits you were curious about as a child. Would you like to go to an amusement park? I used the system to find the dreamiest one in all of Phylos. This amusement park floats in the sky. Even the clouds are pink and purple. I want to take you there. It's like a paradise. You'll like it. I imagine her less like repeating it and her having had a recording like in her exoskeleton suit, and she just like presses a button and it just plays back his voice. I think that would be kind of cute, actually. I calmly repeat his past monologues. He's slightly stunned. I heard everything you said in the lab. But only now do I realize you were talking to me. The wasteland's moonlight is reflected in his eyes, and his expression seems more animated.
Then you must have heard what I said every night.
All the embarrassing things he said over his life. I can't imagine how scared they must have felt not seeing each other except for Rolls. I know. But she was only seeing him.
What about you?
I had no one to say those words to. So I never said them. He turns to look at me, and his gaze becomes serious.
Have you given yourself a name?
I pause before looking at him. No one has ever called me by a name.
Well, now you have someone who will.
Mira. He lowers his gaze and carefully repeats the name several times. When he looks up again, his features soften.
From now on, we'll hear the words we want to hear. Good night.
Good night. Oh, she said it. Good night, Caleb. I close my eyes and listen to his steady breathing nearby. I unconsciously rest my head against his shoulder. I slept well that night. No sudden wake-ups, no dreams. Right. I can imagine he would even say his deepest, darkest secrets and be like, Caleb, I know your secrets. Nah, I don't think Caleb would really care if MC knew his secrets, honestly. He'd be like, what do you want to know? I'll tell you everything. Experiment ID 0 or A01X02HY04. Phylos, calendar year, we don't know. Othin 17802. Caleb doesn't hide anything like that. Nope. He doesn't even hide when he uses our body wash. He's like, I used your body wash. Only when it comes to his own health, it's true. Create a simulation of the planetary threats that could arise from the energy fusion between A01 and A02. Research and design preventative measures to stop the energy fusion between A01 and X02. MZ doesn't tell him her secrets. Caleb doesn't remember most of the dreams he had in the laboratory except for one. It's a vivid dream that reoccurs frequently. Past an endless tunnel of space and time at the far end of the universe, a blue planet orbits peacefully. Hello? You guys, they're telling us exactly where this is located right now. The planet's inhabitants closely resemble the people of Phylos, but everything there is full of life. It's in stark contrast to the decline of Phylos. The images in the dream are vivid. He seems to know how the people live there and how the scenery flows. More importantly, the planet's energy always feels familiar and nostalgic to Caleb. It carries a unique aura of rebirth. It's interesting. I have to make this note. It's very interesting that Caleb specifically is saying that the planet's energy is unique and full of rebirth, and not specifically like noting MC. Even though we don't know like specifically if this is MC, but I mean, or the other Phylos, but it's kind of leading to believe that it's like a parallel to what's happening, basically. Perhaps it's not a dream, but a distant memory. Okay. So there was mention of it in this, of where this could be placed. Okay. This is why I think this is a time confluence. Decoherence. Caleb has memory fragments of Lincoln. Yeah. Do you think this could have been a future where they stayed at Ever's experiment and never escaped the current timeline? Actually, that's kind of an interesting theory, that could be like an alternate timeline to what happens to them staying with Ever. Every time I see we fly our aircraft to get as far away from the central district as possible. But the aircraft was hit by heavy bombardment. It's constantly malfunctioning. And yet, current timeline, Caleb and MC watch Super Splody Nova. Yeah, I did hear that theory that the supernova that they watch in, I think, what is it, Homecoming Wings? Is them watching themselves explode, basically. Eventually, we're forced to take a risk. We land on the outskirts of a ruined city to look for parts. As we enter the desolate streets, weary and cautious eyes follow us.
Lingshire was once as lively as the Central District, and now it's rare to see a new face.
A black market merchant greets us in an unremarkable corner of the old district. Despite her friendly tone, her sharp, scrutinizing gaze reveals her caution. Especially since we're still clad in combat armor.
So, where are you two planning to go with these parts?
Before I can respond, a small hand tugs at my finger.
Are you both robots?
Yes, we are, little child. It does kind of remind me of Josephine, yeah. I look down at the little boy and shake my head.
But you don't look like everyone else.
She's my friend. Have you ever seen robots that have friends?
The little boy shakes his head.
I've always been alone. Is having a friend any different from being alone?
Oh, little boy, I will be your friend.
It's different.
Caleb glances at me.
Having someone always be there for you, it feels different.
But my grandma is always there for me, too.
You brat. Sorry about that. This is my grandson, Kolo. He hasn't seen many outsiders, so he's curious.
You're from outside? Which outside?
Outside the entire universe, my child. I hesitate. I don't know the name of places on Phylos aside from the Central District.
The edges of deep space.
The edges of... What's that?
It's the origin of all Phylosians. Our ancestral homeland, basically.
I probably look just as bewildered as a little boy right now.
There aren't many deserts between the cities there. People enjoy traveling to see all kinds of landscapes.
His expression is honest, as if he's experienced it firsthand. Did he get this from the cognitive domain system?
Do they have these? My grandma worked really hard to get them for me.
The boy pulls out several white paper ornaments from under the table. They're neatly folded.
Paper is rare on Phylos, but on that planet, it's an everyday necessity.
Oh, he's telling him about his dream. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Almost every child there learns to fold simple objects.
His understated tone makes my mind wander.
What else? Tell me more.
Caleb casts a side glance in my direction. Then he crouches down to be on eye level with the boy.
I'll tell you, in exchange for getting some unfolded paper. How does that sound?
When we left Lingshire, we took the aircraft's parts and the precious white paper I'm holding right now. Back inside the aircraft, Caleb gets straight to work without even resting for a bit. Lying on his back under the control panel, he swaps out internal parts.
Regulator.
I hand it to him, but my gaze keeps drifting to the nearby paper.
Are you curious?
Have you visited the edges of Deepspace?
I'm not sure. I don't remember being there, but these images keep appearing in my mind. They feel like memories from a long time ago.
Why is this timeline all weird? It feels like even more strange than the rest of the myths. As he finishes the repairs and pushes himself up, I hold out my hand to him. He hesitates before letting his cold, mechanical hands clasp mine. I pull him up. I don't have memories like that. He carefully studies my face.
Is that envy I see?
At least he's no longer a friend of a friend. I don't know. But you look happy when you talk about that place. Is it even happier than the dreamiest amusement park on Phylos?
I've never been to either place. But that amusement park isn't far from here.
Caleb raises his hand and taps the air to bring up a holographic screen between us. With his fingers, he draws a simple sketch on the screen.
There's a hover train that weaves through the amusement park. It'll pass by the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster.
And the merry-go-round?
You remembered that.
I remember everything you said, including the amusement park's coordinations that you kept repeating. I ran up the numbers I heard Caleb say many times on the holographic screen. X, those coordinates. Y, those coordinates. Z, those coordinates. My hand stops exactly where his finger rests on the other side.
Do you really want to go there?
You said it's a place that makes people happy. I don't know what happiness is. His expression falters for a moment. In the fleeting second, I can't discern the emotions in his eyes. Caleb places his hand on the holographic screen and makes it disappear. My hand touches his palm.
I'll take you to any place you want to visit.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but when our hands touch, in spite of the powered exoskeleton, I unexpectedly sense warmth. I look up at him. Because you're my friend? He seems slightly taken aback. Then a gentle smile appears on his face.
Yeah. It's because I'm your friend.
We're just close friends. I didn't understand what having a friend meant before, but over time, I found myself my own definition of that word. Maybe I'll understand what happiness is when we arrive at the amusement park. Caleb accesses the aircraft's controls, and we take to the skies once more. We're no longer running away. We now have a destination. MC better not put him back to friend status after last card. If she doesn't have a talk with him. I would low-key just tell people he's my past adoption brother, at least if we grew up together. Totally not related by blood fact. Caleb turning into the friend zoner. I think friend is a good description, especially when you've never experienced something like this. I think friend is a good descriptor. If he said that calling MC a friend of a friend, friend of a friend, friends benefits, he can still be a friend. He's definitely a friend with benefits. At this point. Let me point you to Heartbeats Ablaze. Experiment ID A01IE03. Philos calendar year. We don't know. Othin 17802. Objectives. Reconstruct the energy transmission network within A01 to enhance the test subject's absorption and release capabilities. Reinforce A01's powered exoskeleton and insert environmental adaptation module to improve the subject's ability and stability in various environments. So we know that the absorption, this one seems like very not as intensely worded as the previous one, which was basically saying that we needed to monitor how she reacted to Caleb. Now it's just the biggest one is the absorption and release capabilities, which we know is going to be like, because they have to keep the delicate balance between the two of them, right? Like that's my understanding is they have to keep balanced, like not equal, but one still has to have, they have to like exchange the power. Like I don't know if you guys have ever played Tales of Symphonia, but it's kind of like the exchange of Tetheala and Silverant. In recent camping, MC called Caleb friend of a friend. Caleb often woke up in the middle of the night when he was still in the laboratory, and there would be a severe ache in his chest. At first, he thought he was sick, but he soon realized the pain had nothing to do with his physical health. It felt like someone deeply connected to him was suffering, and he felt her pain through an invisible bond. Caleb knew she endured the wounds, the mental erosion, and the torturous modifications. She had to bear this inhuman pain because of the destructio energy she was born with. He wished he bore all the pain in her stead. This thought became a thorn in his heart that grew only inward.
Approaching designated coordinates. Entering landing mode. Please ensure your safety.
The aircraft has reached its destination, but the dreamy amusement park is nowhere to be seen. The remnants of a hover train lie scattered on the ground as if to prove this wasn't just our imagination. The amusement park did exist at one point, but now only its rotting remains stands before us. Lost in thought, I stare at the wreckage.
This planet is big. There must be other amusement parks still present.
That won't be necessary. I turn around and calmly look at Caleb. It's okay not to know what happiness feels like. I've matured just fine. I started walking towards the aircraft, but he grabs my wrist.
Let me show you a magic trick.
Huh? He releases my wrist and deftly unfolds, and refolds the white paper he got from the boy. Before long, he places a delicate white paper crane in my hand.
Let's see how far it can fly.
Although I'm confused, I play along. The small paper crane glides from my fingertips. It flies into the distance, and my gaze follows it across the desolate ruins. It circles back towards me, but just as I reach out to catch it, it levitates before my eyes. Did you use your evil? As soon as the words leave my mouth, I realize I'm floating. He is sometimes dramatic princess, sometimes ruthless assassin. Why am I here? Does it have coffee? I look down and see Caleb walking through the air. He's heading in my direction.
The hover train is gone, but there's always another way to reach the sky.
During the previous battle with our pursuers' aircrafts, I hadn't paid attention to the sensation of floating. But now that I'm suspended in the air, I feel like I lost my balance. He steadies me, and the familiar pull of gravity returns.
For my next trick, I'll turn this place into an amusement park just for us.
Oh, Caleb. Oh, this is pretty. I like the little added lights. The paper crane levitates and leads the way. Caleb holds my hand and guides me through the night sky. From above, the amusement park no longer looks like a bunch of ruins. The Ferris wheel, roller coaster, and merry-go-round They stand like frozen relics of a bygone era. The wind and clouds are woven to form a vessel beneath us, and I turn to look at him. He's beside me. Caleb?
What is it?
This feeling I've never felt before. Is it happiness?
If you like this feeling, then yes, it's happiness.
After thinking for a moment, I gently pull him closer. He leans down. I see my lips curve into a smile in his eyes. I like this feeling. So I'm happy right now. I love this version of MC. The first discovering things robot trope is, I think, like a favorite of mine. It's not the top, but I kind of like it. Caleb stares at me as if bewitched. It's like he's seeing something completely new. Did I say something wrong?
Not at all. It's because...
He gently touches the corner of my mouth with his index finger.
This
Welcome back,
is the
Cece.
first time I've seen you smile.
I also touch the corner of my mouth. It's curved upward because I am happy?
It's not just that. This also changed.
His fingers moved my cheeks to the corner, from my cheek to the corners of my eyes. Caleb, your eyes and mouth are also changing. I touched the corner of his eyes and lips.
Yes. Now we can see our happiness reflected in each other's faces.
But I still don't know what makes you happy.
You.
Stop, Caleb. That's so sweet. He softly says this single word. The evening breeze tousles his hair, and the distant stars are reflected in his gaze. Just as I've come to understand happiness, I also understand what it means to have someone who's always been there for me. Memories of Caleb's flash through my mind. Walking in midair, paper crane, the wind blocked at the cave entrance, silver glow fruits, campfires under the night sky. A familiar yet unsettling feeling sweeps over me, and my consciousness begins to blur. It's just like those memories before my memories were erased.
Pipsqueak?
Oh. I was not expecting that word to come out of his mouth. I lower my head. Hang on, my brain has to reprocess because I wasn't expecting that. But his pipsqueak I have grown to love that nickname so much. I know everyone thought it was silly at first. I love when he says it now. No touchy, kill. Yay, she's interacting with me. See, here's my second husband. Couldn't have gone. I lower my head through this haze. The crystal embedded in my power exoskeleton gives off a faint, blood-red glow in the darkness. My mind spins into chaos's embrace. Even breathing feels painful. That's because Caleb is a dog. He loves pets. As I collapse into the arms of the person beside me, a sharp sound charges towards us. A golden beam pierces the darkness and grazes my powered exoskeleton.
It's a surveillance drone. Get behind me.
Not the the glowing gold threads. No. Rationing fuel. Countless pairs of golden eyes suddenly light up the night sky. They're like a pride of lions surrounding their prey. More golden beams are woven to create an intricate net. They're trying to trap Caleb and me. I try to summon my floating blade to counterattack. My fading consciousness prevents me from using my evil. Behind me, a golden beam strikes. As it pierces my chest, I lose my balance and fall. Caleb catches me. Focused, he uses his evil to lift the passenger railroad car into the air. It serves as a makeshift shield. He carries me into the floating passenger railroad car, while lasers relentlessly attack its exterior. I can hear the muffled explosions. My senses are about to disappear. Even the pain in my chest feels like a distant phantasmal sensation.
Listen, I know your mind is in disarray.
I'm fine. You need to go. I try to push him away, but he pulls me back into his arms, using an even greater force. He leans down to my ear. His calm voice is steadfast.
You must remember what I'm about to tell you. Don't go back to the aircraft. It's most likely being monitored. Return to Lingshire and take shelter in an abandoned house.
I can't leave you. The passenger railroad car buckles inward under ruthless gunfire. The increasing number of strikes is a warning. It won't hold on for much longer. Caleb presses his hand against the back of my head. Our foreheads touch. There is no fear in his eyes, only a burning light belonging to someone who's ready to face death.
You won't be taken back there, and you won't die. This is our last escape, I promise.
No, Caleb! His other hand grasps mine, and the transfer cords in our palms connect. A flood of energy surges into me. It's not the cold, soothing kind I knew before. Caleb, it hurts. The energy burns like a wildfire. It consumes every fiber of my being, as if to hollow me out.
Don't be afraid. This won't take long.
Look at that eyes! Look at those eyes, though! Those sad puppy eyes. A shrill ringing noise echoes in my mind as unfamiliar energy takes over my body. It drains whatever remains of my energy. I struggle to break free, but his arms hold me tightly.
Forgive me. This is the only way.
I suddenly realize he's exchanging his energy with mine. Hi, Ada. No, Caleb, you can't bear it.
But I'm willing to do it.
He pulls me closer. Our Our heated breaths mingle as our bodies seem to merge.
I will give you my fate, and your fate will become mine.
The energy courses through my very being to calm every part of me. In a matter of seconds, my body accepts this new presence as if welcoming back something it had lost. A dull ache throbs in my heart as I desperately fight to stay conscious. Why? He responds with a small smile, and his warm lips brush against my eyelids.
Because I'm your friend. A close friend is willing to do this. To die for you.
In this close moment, I see his farewell in that smile. It feels like our final goodbye. My lips move, but the words I want to say won't come out. Caleb. Let's couple with Caleb. As my world slips into darkness, I see Caleb turn and walk out of the passenger railroad car. He levitates in the air as massive black swords materialize behind him. The floating blades forged from my energy now serve as his weapons. A massive swarm of drones surges towards him to attack the newly reborn combat android. He raises both hands. Gravity is warped, and the black hole that manifests shreds the machines into pieces. Caleb turns his head to take one last look at the passenger railroad car. Then, he leaps into the sea of metal. And it's the first time we see Caleb make a black hole. It's pre-angst. Before the angst. Okay, here's a thought that sort of flashed in my brain. And you guys can suss out what I'm trying to think, because you know how I am. It doesn't always come out correct. But I know they say that they're the same source. Well, I guess that wouldn't... okay. That breaks it, because I was like, because Silas and MC have the exchange soul sort of thing going on already. But I mean, like, the only way I know how to think of it is like, what if they're fractured from each other? Like, they say they're from the same source, but what if they are like two parts of a broken... I have considered that Caleb has a piece of the Aether core. Okay, so you get where I'm trying to come with this. I knew someone was gonna be able to suss me out. But like, what if, they're like, say you take half of Caleb and half of MC and smoosh them together, and it's like the whole person again. Like, they're two halves of a whole from the same cosmic core. Well, see, I wasn't gonna use the yin and yang either, because I know that like, also, hello, Take. I know that Zane uses like the yin and yang a lot, but yeah, I kind of like the yin and yang. Caleb and MC are quantum entangled from the same cosmic core. I don't think they're likely connected. No, I think they're like, I don't know. I just get this idea like they're the same, something about them when smooshed together makes one whole. But I don't know, I mean, other than him having a piece of the Aether Core as well, but there's been no mention of him having like half of the Aether Core. But I don't know what the end product would be. That's where I'm like not sure about, because I don't know. But the feeling I get is like different from Silas and MC. Birthday. Infold released educational videos about physics and quantum entanglement. Decoherence literally means quantum entanglement. Yeah. Either ever wanted him. Obviously ever wanted him for some reason. Yeah. I think we just, I realize that I'm just kind of like talking in circles because we obviously need to know more about his current self, and we're not going to know that until they bring out story, obviously. My theory is black blades are Silas slaying swords. Oh. We need to have more lore discussion because it's yeah. It's so, I don't know, like Caleb's, I feel like, I know he's like newer, but there's like, Caleb's feels, I mean, for lack of better terms, it feels like there's just a big black hole for him right now. Like, we know a lot, even without Silas's like current myth, we know a lot about them. And it just feels like Caleb just, maybe it's because I feel like there's gonna be a huge lore drop when they get to his story portion. Because I feel like Caleb is super important with something, but I don't know what. Somebody came up with an absurd theory that since Caleb said him and MC come from the same source and MC and Silas share the same soul, him and Silas can... No, I think we're gonna have a huge lore dump about both him and MC in his next. I agree. I think we're gonna have huge story dump in his next one. I think we're gonna know not only a lot about Caleb, but I think we're gonna learn a lot about Ever and their plans as well. I wake up in the wreckage of the Hover Train's passenger railroad car. As all the surveillance drones have vanished into the night sky, they took Caleb with them. The sky floats between night and day as another summer sunrise looms. The amusement park has returned to being ruins. I'm alone once more. The space around me feels like a laboratory, boundless yet still a prison. Caleb's energy is warm and calm, like lake water under the summer sun. It carries the essence of life and hope itself. He took on all the pain and darkness, so I'd only be left with this pure hope. If I were to ask him why, he'd probably smile and give me that answer. It's because I'm your friend. My heart feels the pull of a familiar force. I know Caleb is alive. He's just outside my reach. Instead of hiding in an abandoned house like he told me, I searched the ruins of the amusement park without rest. The pull my heart feels grows weaker. I don't know what's happening to Caleb. What if the connection breaks before I find him? I force myself to move faster. I need to cover more ground. Caleb, wherever you are, please hear me, sense me, wait for me. I will find you. I'll wake you up and make you hear me say your name again. Love and depression, Infold's favorite thing. I lost count of how many days and nights I've traveled. I don't know how far I've gone. The ruins of the cities rise in the distance. It looks like the outskirts of Lingshire. Light fades from the weathered buildings as another night approaches. A feeling swells in my heart. Caleb is nearby. Climbing over the rubble of the building, I see the setting sun casting light on a lone wreckage of an aircraft. My heart races as an invisible force pulls me. The person I've been trying to find is close. I move to the other side of the abandoned aircraft. There he is. Caleb leans against it. His eyes are closed, and the cockpit's cables are connected to his back. The aircraft's energy isn't enough to repair his system. The scene mirrors the moment he found me in the laboratory. It's as if our fates have been switched. Keeping my emotions in check, I approach him one step at a time. No! His breathing is steady. Let's see if he reacts. Poke. I think I can press it. Is there a specific... I don't think there's like a specific way to do this. Uh-oh, a reaction. Oop.
Target acquired. A01. Activating elimination protocol.
Is something controlling him? Can we soak him in rice? I don't think rice will fix this.
Error detected. Execute A01. Execute. No. Command.
What MC did.
Rejected.
Good morning. I said,
Are you hurt?
Charger? No. Poor Caleb. time to unplug my machine. He's fully recharged.
Seeking me out, that's dangerous.
Oh, it does. Okay. That's good to know. I wonder what the order is.
If it's you. No matter what. Please wake me up.
Look at that face, though. That was such a sad face. Caleb. I'll have to find what that order is, because I want to know what that order is. I haven't seen the other one then. I support Caleb as we quietly head back to Lingshire in case the drones are still patrolling the city outskirts. His system has sustained heavy damage. We need to quickly find a safe place to repair. The black market merchant who sold us the aircraft parts kindly let us use her old house for now. I believe the candles are selected by going clockwise or counterclockwise. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Although it's worn from age, the room is tidy. A vintage floor-to-ceiling window takes up the entire wall, so the space is flooded in light. Caleb, utterly exhausted, collapses onto the bed. Wakey. I gently touch his eyelids and feel a trace of warmth beneath my fingertips. Suddenly, his eyelashes flutter.
Don't worry. I'm fully conscious.
Oh no, your camera's... Stop working again. It's good. He takes my hand and turns it over. The various cuts and scrapes I collected from those days of looking for him in the ruins are revealed. His grip loosens as if he's afraid to call us. You guys are so funny. Poor Caleb. His grip loosens as if he's afraid to cause even the slightest discomfort.
Were you uncomfortable these past few days?
Without Without saying a word, I press my palm against his. He understands and tries to pull away.
My system is fine.
I pin his hand down to the mattress. I sit on the edge of the bed and look down at him.
Your hands.
My pain receptors have been modified. But you're not like me. I force his palm to align perfectly with mine, and my powered exoskeleton shifts as our transfer ports connect. Energy flows into his body. His wounds seemingly burn as they heal.
Let go of...
I use more of my strength to stop him from moving. His face slightly pales from the pain. This is how you repaired me before. I'm just returning the favor.
Don't waste your energy on me.
The energy transfer suddenly stops. I stare at my palm, shocked beyond disbelief. Caleb's system isn't fully repaired, but my energy is already drained. Unease creeps into my mind. At least he didn't explode. Our energies levels are mismatched. You knew? He turns his head away to avoid my gaze.
I'll recover. I just need more time.
I grab his shoulders and make him face me. Our gazes meet. You lied to me.
Yes, I did. How are you going to punish me? I'll accept whatever it is you plan to do.
Oh no, Caleb. She's just not gonna talk to you, Caleb. That's like a punishment worse than death for you. My fingers trail from his shoulder to his collarbone and move towards the center of his neck. Okay, Caleb. Your punishment, promise me that you'll never leave me again. Get the newspaper. Ever. I think MC misinterprets what punishment is.
What if I break it?
You won't. My fingers stop just above the crystal in his throat. All it would take is one push to transform him into something else. I know your weakness. If you break it, I'll make you my prisoner. He hesitates before taking my hand. He sits up. Again, I think she misunderstands what the concept of punishment is. And what prisoner is.
Where will you imprison me?
I will shackle you to a place only we know.
Are you talking about that planet at the edges of deep space?
Dang, we're going back to TC. You told me the people there call their living quarters home.
Yeah.
And you said going home is a normal occurrence there.
Yes. Normal, but important.
Can we have a home if I take you there?
Why do you want to go to that place with me?
Yandere MC does not understand that Caleb is into that stuff. Because you're my friend. The light from the window reaches his eyes and makes them shine like a nebula. Rubik's Caleb. Can I call you that?
Of course.
I move closer and wrap my arms around him. His presence surrounds me. For a moment, the cold metal of his powered exoskeleton feels seemingly warm. Caleb.
I'm here.
I rest my head against his shoulder. Now I understand what it means to have a friend. He wraps his arms around me. His embrace is ever so gentle, as if he's afraid his powered exoskeleton might hurt me.
What does a friend mean to you?
Oh, there's someone who do anything for me. There's someone I can't live without. Oh, she's finally got there. She's figuring it out. It's actually very cute. I actually really like that this is how she's figuring it out. It's very reminiscent of my own journey through figuring out feelings. I really enjoy it. I think it's cute. What does a friend mean to you guys? Is it someone who would do anything for me, or there's someone I can't live without? I think I'm more going towards the bottom one. Choices are similar to his standard myth. Was there a choice in the standard myth? Not whatever MC and kill. For me, the second one. Okay, yeah, let's do the second one. There's someone I can't live without. In this case, it's quite literally. He slightly leans back and leaves just enough space between us. Hesitation flickers in his eyes. Is that not true?
You'll be older one day.
What? Caleb. What does that even mean, Caleb? And you won't be my friend anymore when that happens?
When you leave the lab, you can live your own life.
I caress his cheek. Then let me be the only one in your life. Oh, that's right. He pauses before turning his head. His warm lips brush against my fingertips, and his voice is as soft as a whisper.
That's not the answer I expected. But I like it.
Good, because that's the only answer I know as a newborn android who doesn't understand the concept of friendship. I sit up straight and extend my right pinky finger to Caleb. MC, you're so precious in this. MC. Back then, you taught me about promises.
So you remember.
All our memories are tied to the name Caleb. His eyes sparkle as he extends his pinky finger. I use my pinky to touch it. Let's leave Phylos and travel the planet. Travel to a planet at the far edges of deep space.
Okay.
Our pinky fingers, both encased in armor, hook together just like back then. It was summer at the time, and now it's currently summer. This season has finally become an inseparable part of my life. I think it's empty. Okay, it's the mature upgrade. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, it's chapter 7. We know what happens in chapter 7. It starts getting sad. Or earned a new upgrade. No, but also yay. Experiment ID A01X02TM07. Phylos calendar year. We don't know. Othin 17803. Objectives. Install and activate quantum interference module for A01 and X02 to ensure stable operation. Set the following trigger conditions. Initiate quantum interference when X02's and A01's energy fluctuations maintain synchronization for an extended period of time. Angst Town. So, this... I don't know if I'll be able to touch it without it triggering it, but... this portion right here is where I'm wondering sits in the current timeline. Because this, I feel like, is the main part of the exchange for Caleb and MC. But I think this is the part that we're missing from main story currently. Or from Caleb's story in general. And how this together works out. The quantum the interference activating when the energy fluctuations maintain synchronization. For those on the run, a destination is like a beacon, a spiritual anchor guiding every step of the way. To reach our homeland at the edge of the deep space, we still have much to prepare. Lingshire was once a bustling hub of aerospace innovation. Now it's nothing but ruins with abandoned equipment. What's the name of the group experimenting on us? Is it ever? The only word we have is Othan. The Othan. That's the only one that we have for now. And I don't know if it's the organization or the program. We found a small spacecraft in an old warehouse on the outskirts. If it's modified and given enough fuel, it can fly again. We exchanged the aircraft we used to get here for the parts we needed with the black market merchant, Helen. Caleb and I ventured into the city's desolate outskirts to hunt wanderers for their protocores. Those will serve as a source of energy for our spacecraft. As the days pass, our dream of departure felt closer than ever before. After working very hard, we finally fill our pouches with protocores. It's currently midnight. But instead of heading back with our loot, Caleb and I are captivated by the scenery before us. A nameless lake sits on the far reaches of Lingshire's outskirts. The humid night air clings to our skin, and the calm lake mirrors the brilliant moonlight in the sky.
I saw this before in the lab's system logs. Philosians missed the moonlight of their homeland, so they built an artificial satellite to mimic it.
We sit by the lake. I touch the water, and the cool ripples curl around my fingers. They soothe the heat coming off from me.
When we finally see the moonlight in our homeland, we'll remember this night.
It's so far away.
Yes. Anything could happen. We might not even make it.
Caleb, why would you say that? I place my hand deeper into the water and watch the ripples spread out. It doesn't matter, so long as we're together. Caleb looks at me. Then he tilts his head towards the sky.
No matter what happens, we'll always have the memory of tonight to hold close to our hearts.
When he said magic trick earlier, I thought of spring and flowers. continuous timeline. I feel like this might be after what? After? I wonder where KOD would fall into this. Like, way before or after this? Just imagine if you were in a continuous timeline. In a continuous timeline, it feels like this might be after, but that's where I get mixed up in trying to fit all the myths into a timeline. It's hard to, yeah, I don't think I see them all as separate in general for the most part. Yeah. He raises his hand and a tiny spinning black hole forms. Oh, that was a cool effect. The small ripples on the lake's surface gradually turn into waves. They're drawn upward by an invisible force. The water hovers above the lake. It forms a massive, transparent sphere that sparkles with reflective moonlight.
On that planet, they have something called a crystal ball. They're often given as gifts.
Are they also made out of water?
No. The ones there are smaller. Sometimes they have tiny items inside them to create scenes.
He stands and holds his hand out to me.
This one only belongs to us.
Having floated before, I've gotten used to the feeling of my feet leaving the ground. Caleb pulls me effortlessly into the sphere. The transparent water around us shimmers with iridescence under the silver moonlight.
Hold on tight.
He guides my hands to rest behind his waist and wraps one arm around my shoulder. Our crystalline bubble begins to float even higher. This is actually kind of cute. Caleb, is this another one of your magic tricks?
A magician relies on illusions. But I want to make all your wishes come true.
Prismatic lights dance around us, refracting and reflecting endlessly. They make me feel like I'm inside a giant crystal ball. I just realized something. Caleb gets jealous when Zane is involved, and Caleb likes apples and apples. Yet his eyes shine as pure and bright as tonight's moonlight. All my wishes will come true?
Yes, all of them.
Perhaps Zane and Caleb might be parallel. And so with Raph and Sadie, probably. I always kind of felt like Raph is outside of that. I know the Sea of Golden Sand was set in Philos, but or any of the others. I don't know about Raph. You sure about the calculus? You might not like my illusions. I hold him even tighter. But the wish I have right now has already been fulfilled. The night is still, and all I can hear are our footsteps in the empty city.
Why are you staring at the ground? Are you exhausted?
Listen, our footsteps. They sound like they're going home.
You already think of it as your home, huh?
I watch our steps fall in and out of sync. I mean, us walking together is what feels like home. He slows his pace until we're walking side by side.
I'll remember the rhythm then. So from now on, we'll walk home like this, together.
I feel like he's playing another magic trick on me with his serious tone and how he says the word home. My heart is racing as if I'm engrossed in an enchanting performance.
Now you're the one who's slowing down. What's wrong?
He places his hand on my shoulder to steady me. Then he leans down and looks at my face.
Tired?
His compassionate gaze is so close. Not wanting him to notice my quickened heartbeat, I only nod.
We've been out for a while.
He suddenly stops, turns around, and crouches down in front of me.
Hop on. I'll carry you home.
Okay. I don't move, instead opting to stare at him.
It'll be faster this way. Don't you want to go home soon?
Still feeling lightheaded, I climb onto his back. On his Apple station. He lifts me with ease and walks faster.
If you're tired, close your eyes. You'll wake up at home.
I lean my head against his shoulder and let myself relax. Caleb?
What is it?
Princess treatment is always welcome. I like it when you say home.
Then I'll say it every day. Let's go home.
I no longer care if he notices my racing heart. Because I can feel his heart too, as my chest is pressed against his back. Like mine, it's beating just as quickly. Our hearts are perfectly in sync. The rhythm is exciting and comforting. Good night, Caleb.
Good night.
Content, I close my eyes and fail to notice the blood red glow coming from the crystal embedded in his power exoskeleton. Oh no, Caleb! What's going to happen? Men who take physical note of their girlfriends, like they know they have a bad memory, so they just jot it down on a pad. I have a feeling that we're gonna find out more of where Silas comes from in his next myth. Caleb has to avoid DJs that ask him to use his lighting. Great to myself. Is that why the Torian chip doesn't work on him? He just uses storage. Alright, more sadness is coming on the last two chapters. That means only depression. Oops, all depression. Hang up on this guy, like, no. Experiment A01X02 NJ04. Philos calendar year. We don't know. Othin 17804. Objectives. The interference control module via feedback signal will adjust the patterns of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of A01 and X02 to disrupt their consciousness. Monitor and document the destructive effects of quantum decoherence when the energy fluctuations of A01 and X02 converge. The interference control module via feedback signal will adjust the patterns of entangled particles to generate specific quantum states. These will target the neural networks of A01 and X02 to disrupt their consciousness. Well, I feel like they're just like explaining that they basically have a shared consciousness, which I guess would be different than a shared soul. But I don't know like how that works. Well, we know to his child. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. Yeah, I don't know, but okay. Here, I just saw something. Hear me out. I feel like shared consciousness and psychic evals. I always feel like MC and Caleb should have a telepath thing going on, right? Which brings me to what I was gonna say, kind of, which is they bring up psychic evals. And neither one of them has a psychic evil. I mean, I don't think the Anhausen is the same as psychic evil. But anyway, that's not what I'm going. What I'm going off of is they mention psychic evils and shared consciousness. I would like categorize as some sort of like psychic thing. Which, wait, I think I'm cooking. The Turing chip is implanted in Caleb's brain specifically. Now, I don't know if it's in everybody's brain, but for them to put a Turing chip inside of Caleb's brain, inside of Caleb specifically, feels like a disruptor of this energy that would like fluctuate between them. It's like I don't know how else to explain it, but it's kind of weird. And then going off of like the Turing chip being affected by fluctuations, I mean, it could be savior cooking. It could be like just totally unhinged cooking right now, but I feel like there's something on a consciousness level that I don't know where to go from here, but those are there's things that connect is usually considered. Is it considered a psychic ability? But how would it be considered a psychic ability? Like, what would make it a psychic ability? Like, I think that's, I mean, it could be possible, but I don't know how they're connected, I guess. The fires are spreading. I mean, other than the fact that he's, like, literally created a black hole in his mind. But I assume that that's to, like, hold on to the information that he has. Which would coexist with what's going on now. With them, like, implanting... Because they've said several times, like, let's see what happens if we keep the memories of them together. And the Turing chip, or the black hole that Caleb created, basically is the same as them... being like, let's see what happens when they remember each other, sort of thing. Considered psychic ability in this game. Mob Psycho is an A++ anime. I agree with you. What did Ada say? Where's she? Oh, is this why MC matches is crazy? Yes. Yeah, pretty much. Psychic makes you float just like gravity. It would definitely be interesting if it goes in that direction, which is also why I think that at some point MC is going to rip the chip out. Yeah, I think it's this black hole that's in Caleb's story that's missing, but it just seems weird that there's some sort of consciousness level of this. Like they're connected conscious on a conscious level versus like a soul level, but again, it still goes back to that. I think there's like two halves of a whole, but I don't know how this will all work out. I feel like psychic powers have more to do with mental ability. Otherwise, Silas would also be considered a psychic evil. Yeah, but we won't fully know that. Well, they did specifically say that there was a psychic evolver in Raphael's Heartbeats Ablaze. So they're definitely that one was more like because he was called an intention detector. So that's definitely more on a like what you would consider like a mind reader sort of aspect of the story. I mean, my MC. I just mean Caleb's gravity manipulation isn't considered. Oh, yeah. Right. Shortly after exchanging energy with the girl and waking up, Caleb had an ominous premonition. The color change in his powered exoskeleton crystal and the brief haze clouding his mind made him remember the ruins of the amusement park. The girl underwent the same process. The crystal discoloration and the mental fog. Who did you? Those symptoms have been transferred to him. After their failed escape as children, the two had undergone many modifications. Maybe this was a failsafe, a mechanism the laboratory had implanted to prevent another attempt. But what was triggering? What was the trigger? When he carried the girl back to the old house on his back that night, he finally realized the answer. The trigger was each other. More specifically, it was their feelings. The closer they became and the more they interacted, the faster their consciousness degraded. Okay, wait, I have to cook again, just for a second. And I have to go the opposite direction of what I just went. And the thing that triggered it was this, their feelings. Hear me out. What if Caleb intentionally put the Turing chip in his brain? Because he knew, like Xavier, they wanted to use him against her or with her or something like that. And the Turing chip is stopping that from happening. Just another food for thought. The other way around. He is effective at full night. More. Remembering how tragic. Yeah, this myth is really sad, actually. They were programmed to be each other's poison. This naturally formed bond was destructive. A catalyst designed to make them forget and hurt each other. I thought that the professor was talking about how they were using it to control him, though, at the end. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe they were. Yeah, you're right. I think getting the chip is just standard practice for being in the fleet. Okay. Okay. Then next stack, we'll go back to my original cook. That's like burnt on the stove. Despite this newfound knowledge, he savored the sweet poison. Because Caleb is constantly fighting. Okay, yeah, no. You guys are right. All he wanted was to stand by her side and board the spacecraft destined to reach the far edge of deep space before the mechanism overwhelmed him. It was a thought process. It's burnt on the stove, but it was an attempt. The war between the government and the rebellions had reached a precarious stalemate. The Central District has been reduced to rubble. It's okay, Xavier will eat it. Xavier has the taste buds of a college student. Literally will eat anything. If you're cooking, it sounds I kind of feel like whatever it is something I haven't unlocked. I agree. Yeah, no, it definitely is. And I think digging more is not getting us any closer. The flames of conflict spread to every part of the planet. Williamshire was no exception. Outside the window, an ominous red glow lit up the night and was accompanied by faint, distant explosions.
It's me.
Hello? Helen rushes in with her grandson, Kolo. Both are disheveled from their journey, and her usual calm demeanor can't mask her fear.
The rebels are already at the city outskirts. It's sooner than I expected. We'll be boarding a large evacuation ship. You two should come with us. It's safer if we stick together.
If they find us, everyone on board will die. Caleb and I exchange a glance. We know what we are thinking, the same thing.
Thank you, but our fuel is ready. We'll be leaving soon.
But your ship is a private spacecraft. It has never traveled that far. What if...
Do you really have to go? Where are you going?
Caleb pats the boy's head.
We're going to a place where the seasons change. We'll see life grow, a summer sunrise, and real moonlight.
Does this world have such a place?
Caleb shows a slight smile as he glances at the boy. He turns to look at me.
If this world doesn't have it, then we'll find one that does.
Helen sighs and hands a metal box to Caleb.
Take this. It's the best warp drive I could get. And this is the communication key for our ship. Just in case.
I agree, lady. I think they should add the Boyce's house into the Destiny Cafe also.
So long as you're within range, we can send a rescue shuttle.
I would love to open up the app and be like in Xavier's house, like hanging out with Xavier. Like I would. Having a heart-to-heart with a little kid while bullets and rockets are flying overhead should not be funny to me, but here we are. We have to laugh through the pain, throw. After Helen nods, Kolo places a small communicator in my hand. Thank you.
You need to go to that world you're looking for.
Take care, children.
We watch the massive spacecraft disappear into the sky. The flames of strife enter the heart of the city. Scared and dilapidated, Langshire marches towards its funeral. Outside the floor-to-ceiling window, buildings stand against the blinding flames. Thick smoke fills the air, yet the city remains strangely silent. We have to leave immediately. Caleb goes to the warehouse to replace the spacecraft's engine. I stay behind to gather emergency supplies. We'll meet up after I'm done. I rush into the warehouse with everything I can carry. Yet I see Caleb standing outside the spacecraft with his back to me. I have nutrient nuggets, supply concentrates, and...
X-02. Command confirmed.
The crystal embedded in him emits a faint blood red glow. I realize this happened to me when we were in the ruins of the amusement park. Caleb? I take a step and grab his arm, but when he turns around, his face is expressionless. It befits something that could be called the ultimate perfect weapon.
Carrying out orders. No, I'm not X-02. I'm Caleb.
Come on, Caleb, fight it. I don't think we should shout at least. His unfocused eyes slowly regain clarity. The red glow from his powered exoskeleton fades. His body sways, and I quickly study him. Are your memories being erased? Is it because we exchanged energy?
Let's get out of here first. Once we're safe, I'll explain everything to you.
Snap out of it. I think this is supposed to parallel what happened in canon timeline. Okay. Outside the spacecraft's viewport, Langshire, consumed by warfare, shrinks into a speck of light in the distance. As the spacecraft descends, an entire planet seemingly spirals into an inferno. I pilot the ship, but my heart races as if it's feeling someone else's pain.
We have interference modules inside of us. When triggered, the one with the destructive energy will experience a degradation of their consciousness until they lose it completely. Then they must wait to be reactivated.
Caleb's switching energy with her in this timeline's version of taking her place. Oh, that's a good theory. Personally, I have said forget the soundproofing. It's clear what those people feared. Weapons with a will of their own. Suppressing the bitterness in my chest, I force myself to stay calm. If we leave Phylos, the module won't be activated. He lowers his gaze to avoid looking in my eyes. That's when the truth hits me. Am I the trigger?
Whenever our energy synchronizes, it activates the interference module.
My body trembles, but a soft smile appears on his face.
It's not your fault. They knew I couldn't stop myself from wanting to synchronize with you.
I'm kind of sad for MC. The countless experiments had dulled my anger and pain, yet they surge once more as they were born from my flesh. All of them deserve to die. But who are they? The researchers who modified us? The rulers who crave our power? Welcome back. The creators who gave us this energy? Or is it fate itself that's binding us in each other's shadow? Before me is the boundless universe, yet my hatred can only merge with its unfathomable darkness. This should have been my burden. If Caleb didn't exchange his energy with mine, he wouldn't need to suffer. I grasp Caleb's hand and try to connect to the port on his palm. Suddenly, something warm and sticky. I slowly turn my hand over. Dark red blood has mixed with the golden fluids in my palm. It flows down my wrist.
I'm sorry.
No, I just... Caleb's smile softens as he opens his wounded palm. His transfer port has been completely destroyed.
We won't be exchanging energy anymore. But at least, I got you onto this ship before I was taken away. I promised this would be our last escape.
No!
And I meant it.
This line is on par with GOA's. Don't leave me. His grin sends waves of fear through me. I grab his arm. Caleb, don't you dare leave me. We promised to reach the far edges of the deep space together.
Warning. Internal energy fluctuations are intensifying. Hull integrity at risk. Immediate action required.
And now they throw the sad music at us too.
The floating blades. I can't control them for much longer.
Even if you lose consciousness, it doesn't matter. I'll always be the one to wake you up.
Warning. Spacecraft is under heavy bombardment. Shield integrity at 70%. A massive fleet is approaching. Contact will occur in approximately 25 seconds. Please execute tactical evasive maneuvers.
This is perfect. Your fate is now mine. This is the last thing I can do for you.
He releases my hand, stands up, and leaves the cockpit. I try to follow him, but gravity pins me in place. A transparent door separates us. It's just like the barrier in the laboratory. But he won't be waiting for me on the other side this time. Caleb, no! Don't leave me, Caleb! Caleb stops in his tracks. He turns his head over ever so slightly.
I'm sorry. I failed you as a friend. Our promise to reach the edges of deep space together. I broke it.
I can only see one of his eyes. Within it lies a gentle resolve that destroys my heart.
but the promise we had since we were born. I kept that one. Our bodies, minds, and spirits are from the same source. Even if it all fades away, my soul will always resonate with yours. Because
His lips continue to move, but no sound comes out. This is Caleb's final goodbye. Oh no, I'm gonna get emotional. No, that was like perfect. No. That makes me so sad. Like, I'm trying not to think about it too hard, but like, his whole thing is always goodbyes. All right. Chapter 9. Except because Caleb has a secret he never told anyone about. It was born the moment he'd become aware of her existence in the laboratory. He didn't know if it was related to their shared origin, her being the center of his world, or the fact that she was herself. Yet in the end, none of it mattered. Every reason began and ended with her. This secret was a seed buried in his heart, and over the years, it grew into winding vines that formed an invisible net. It bound him and made him want to bind her just as tightly. In the survey mentioned apocalypse. It did. It's really... At the beginning and end of those vines were a single thorn, one that grew inward. Their shared connection meant his soul was always destined to recognize her. His soul resonated with hers again and again because he loved her. I have to stop for a second and tell you guys that Spagooter is sitting right next to me. staring at me. And I don't know why, but it's kind of cute. The deafening echo of that love had traversed the sealed laboratory, the war-torn planet, and the inevitable end. Now, it would finally fade into silence. Listen, he may be orange, but when he hears me crying, he does pretty good about
unit
coming
detected.
to see me.
Multiple enemy vessels have been eliminated. The number of the fleet's pursuers has been significantly reduced. Warning. Combat unit's vital signs are fluctuating. Severe wounds are likely. Warning. Combat unit is in freefall. Immediate action required.
The AI system's voice reverberates throughout the spacecraft. With gravity restored in the cockpit, I open the transparent door. Outside the door, debris from destroyed ships flies through the void like meteors. And there he is, the one I can't bear to lose. He's falling towards a final goodbye. Caleb, what makes you think my life could mean anything without you. I don't want to live in this world without you. Not even for a moment. There's a third option that isn't one person escaping or getting dragged back to the laboratory. And maybe that's the ending I want. I touch the silver seed I always carry, open the emergency hatch, and leap into the void. Caleb, why do you always do this? Controlling my powered exoskeleton, I drift through space. In the distance, ships explode in silence. Their remains streak across this emptiness. The receiver built in my earpiece picks up a sound. The piercing screech almost makes me think it's an auditory hallucination. Isn't this Caleb's receiver? My intuition makes me look down. That figure in black is quickly falling. Go catch a man, MC. As I hear his feet breathing through the receiver, I push my powered exoskeleton's engine to its limit and fly towards him. I'm coming for you, Caleb. Caleb!
You. How? You must turn back.
Grab him! I do really love this MC outfit though. It's like one of my favorites. The mod is cute too.
You should visit any place you want.
You know, guys, they're like, don't worry, I can do it without you. And MC's like hell you can.
This path will only lead to destruction.
I will say this is probably one of my favorite Kindles.
We're from the same source. Then it's a promise. In life and in death, we will never be apart.
Also, I'd like to note that they didn't give him popping sounds for his kissing during the scene. I feel like I woke up from a long, endless dream. In that dream, countless nebulae were set aflame in the fathomless depths of space. They collapsed, and a black hole formed at its center. There was an explosion. New stars were born. Then, I heard a faint voice telling me a story about another world. In the chaos, it was the only thing I could understand. And that voice kept saying the same words. Go home. Let's go home. Construo and Destructio are two forces that drive the evolution of civilization. Oh, DNA. These intertwined forces are interlocked in a perpetual cycle. Vylos' empire rose from the advent of technology, which granted immortality. Yet beneath its glory were the seeds of destruction that had long since been sown. Immortality meant the end of progression. Their decay began the moment it was achieved. Immortality cannot sustain an immortal civilization. As destruction pushed this world towards its final moments, flames of hope were ignited everywhere in the universe. It is a testament to the endless cycle of rebirth. From the fallen Phylosian civilization, the final chapter. We did it! This was a good myth. It's been a long time since I've read it. Okay, no worries. But it's a very good myth. I'm excited to see what happens with Caleb later. Yeah, I'll be excited to see what happens with Caleb's later. Because I really think Caleb's is going to be a catalyst for a lot of things in the main story. It is a really good myth.